This is the Samsung Galaxy A34 5G. It was announced by Samsung on March 14, 2023, alongside the Samsung Galaxy A54. This particular unit that I'll be reviewing today is the awesome graphite 128GB variant. Other variants include awesome lime, silver and violet. And for the RAM and ROM configuration, you can choose from 4GB RAM to 8GB of RAM, or 128GB of internal storage to 256GB of internal storage. So in this video, we'll take a look at what the Samsung Galaxy A34 5G still has to offer in 2025, now that the Samsung Galaxy A36 and A56 are out there. Is it still a better bargain? And what features do we miss out once we upgrade to the A36 or the A56? Is it still a good purchase in 2025? Let's have a look. Let's start off with the price. It's currently selling at about an average of 30,000 Kenya shillings for the 128GB variant. And with that, you can buy yourself an awesome lime, awesome silver, awesome violet, or an awesome graphite color. But here's the tricky part when trying to make a decision on whether to buy the Galaxy A34 or the A35. The A35 is priced at about 1,000 shillings or more than the A34. And with that, you can choose in between an awesome ice blue, awesome lemon, awesome lilac, and awesome navy color. It gets even more tricky now that you can only add about 5,000 Kenya shillings and buy yourself a Galaxy A36 5G with guaranteed 6 years of Android updates. Basically, expect updates up to Android version 21, and we haven't even talked about its refreshed look. All that plus 4 colors you can choose between: awesome white, lime, lavender, and black. When it comes to the design, the Samsung Galaxy A34 features a frosted plastic back and sides. Unlike its predecessors, now we have only 3 cameras as opposed to previous 4. In this photo, you notice that the Samsung Galaxy A33, its predecessor, had 4 cameras. The 4th camera, which in position right now on the A34 is a macro camera, previously it was a 2 megapixel depth camera. And on the right side of the frame, you have your volume control buttons and the power off switch. And on the front side is the Gorilla Glass 5, and you have the 13 megapixel selfie camera. Not forgetting the SIM card and microSD card tray on top of the chassis. For the cameras, the Samsung Galaxy A34 features a 48 megapixel wide camera, same to its predecessor the Samsung Galaxy A33, but now the A35 bumped up to 50 megapixel following the similar path that the Samsung Galaxy A54 took. Without getting ahead of ourselves, let's rewind a little bit back to the A34. Its wide camera is a 48 megapixel, an ultrawide of 8 megapixel and 5 megapixel macro camera. But the output is something that will inform you that Samsung only used this particular 3 camera module for aesthetic purposes. And on the front side, it's a 13 megapixel Sony IMX258 that was reused from the Samsung Galaxy J5. If you found this tech fact astonishing, kindly just hit the like button and subscribe to this channel so that you can encourage me to produce more and better videos. Thank you. I took some pictures with the back camera, the 48 megapixel wide camera, and here is one of the samples that we can use to analyze the image and see how the camera performs. From this shot, I am impressed by how the camera managed to optimize the environment despite it being a high dynamic range. Look at the clouds, the sky, and also the background, both of which have been well exposed, bringing out clear details and highlights. Now let's compare the same image with the photo that I took using an iPhone with a 12 megapixel sensor. In this shot, we can clearly see that the iPhone's photo was not as colorful as the Samsung's, but the details and the crystal clear image is exactly what I saw with my own eyes. Let's now make a comparison of both, and this will usher in my next point. A smartphone's camera output is greatly determined by the phone's capability to process it, and this is influenced greatly by the chipset, the CPU, and the GPU. and in some rare instances, the software update. And that fact became even more clear when I was trying to take a video in the same environment under the same lighting conditions using an iPhone and using a Samsung. You can clearly see that Samsung in this instant has not managed to use the same tricks it was using while taking a picture and processing it. Despite the iPhone having a low megapixel count, it managed to use its raw power to reveal the high dynamic range environment better than the Samsung. Now for the 8 megapixel ultrawide camera, under good lighting conditions, it takes really solid and good images, but I will only advise you to use this particular camera for artistic expressions. One thing that is underrated is that this device can record 4K up to 30 frames per second and 1080 up to 60 frames per second, which for me it's a plus. Other camera features include Pro Video, Pro Photo, Single Take, Night Mode, Food Mode, Panorama, Macro Mode, Super Slow Motion, and Hyperlapse. Also, you can play around with Bixby Vision and AR Zone. When it comes to the display, the first thing that you'll notice is that this device has an under-display optical fingerprint sensor. And this display is a very good display, a Super AMOLED 120Hz refresh rate, 1000 nits peak brightness, a 1080 by 2340 pixels, and 390 pixel per inch density. That simply means you'll enjoy watching YouTube videos from this Super AMOLED display thanks to also the support for true blacks. So whether you are indoors or outdoors, you are guaranteed to continue watching your videos and enjoying them. If my recommendation was based on the screen alone, I would advise you to just buy it, despite the A36 and the A35 being an upgrade to it. When it comes to the software, it comes in box with Android version 13, but a guaranteed 4 years of Android updates. That means it will last you up to Android 17, as opposed to this other new Galaxy A36 that will guarantee you up to Android 21. So now that becomes a factor that you can consider when purchasing this device. So will you still buy it in the year 2025? Tell me your thoughts about it in the comment section. But this is a device that I will highly recommend. Thank you for watching and see you on my next upload. Bye bye, and don't forget to like and subscribe.